closes at 9. It's 12 o'clock.
You stopped off for ice cream.
When the fuck did we get ice cream?
So the question is, when the fuck did we get ice cream? How the fuck has everybody been? Thank Grim, it's fucking wet Wednesday. I know we're normally TGIF, thank Grim, it's fucking Friday. But, as you can see over here, over my left shoulder, oh, see, he moves out of the way. Surprise, everybody, the Reverend is fucking back. So, we already had, who wants ice cream tonight? Cora, how are you doing? So, you know what to do when we turn around and we do it, ladies and gentlemen. Guess what? I'm going to do it for you
The
again.
wall closes at 9. It's 12 o'clock.
You stopped off for ice cream.
When
Who's
the
gonna
fuck
be
did
the
we get
first
ice
one
cream?
tonight to earn themselves the cream pie for the night? The very first one of the night. Welcome back. Thank you, Mr. Evans. Grim Wet Wednesday. There you go. Taylor said it best. Right there. There you go. Grim Wet Wednesday. Normally, as we said, we are always on Fridays. No ice cream till you eat your dinner. Guess what? Sorry, Troy, but Cora beat you to it. So guess what? My cousin Cora gets the first one of the night. And there it is. The first cream pie of the night. How the fuck has everybody been? Have you missed me? Thank you. Glad to see me back. Greatly appreciate it. Glad to be back. I missed all you guys. How have you all been doing? So, as you know, right now we've got 6 people already here joining us in Facebook land, but we have 2 people sitting over there on the U of Tube. So, U of Tube land, do me a favor. Why don't you say hi? I have you up on my other screen. I can see you, and I can see you, and you can interact with me right here in chat. I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's little start out with a little bit of music. You know how that goes, Mr. Knast. I fucking missed you, Grim. Thank you, Troy. I greatly appreciate that. You know what? Tonight we are going to actually have a much different room show. Over on your left shoulder. There you go. You can see. There he is, the one and only. Ah, no, that is Mr. Knast, the legend himself. And Miss Grimm is running around here somewhere. I think she's hiding in the living room already. So, yes. Troy, you can have him. Oh, there you go. See, she is already trying to get rid of me. My first night back. But, again, that was a fucking great opening. Thank you very much, Cora. Greatly appreciate it. Absolutely amazing to be back. You know what? As I said, tonight we're going to get into a little bit of discussion. I'll pack his shit up and send him to you. So now, wait a second. We had AJ Gnarls, right? And that's Alan and John. So does that mean if I go to Troy, you're part of the package too?
No.
Really? Look at that, Troy. You are only going to get the Reverend.
Yeah, I'd be straight for that filing for divorce.
Oh, he's going to file for divorce. Do you hear this shit? Everybody is trying to get rid of the Reverend. I guess the Reverend just needs to go by. So I'm going to end the show now. Unless you guys want me to keep that show going, put a 1 right in chat right now if you want me to keep this show going.
Well, I already gave you 2 chances.
And that is true. Shannon Marl's girl, what did he do? The question is not what did he do. The question is what didn't he do? See, again, right there, we'll put that up. Wow. Really? We are going to go there with that. She hasn't had enough. So, Cora's putting a 1. Taylor's putting a 1. I love me some Disturbed. Yes. And I can tell you when we went to that show was absolutely amazing, which I'm going to tell Mr. Knast right now. You know, this one is actually happening in July in Atlantic City. So we don't have to travel to Vegas for this. It is an unplugged show of Ben from Breaking Benjamin in a little tiny area, which might be something we want to look into. A 5.
0.5.
A 0.5. I don't even get a fucking full 1 from Mr. Do you believe this shit?
I show my rules.
Your show, your rules. Actually, you know what? It might be your show, your rules, but see, we're going to play around with shit now. There we go. That's a little bit better. Your show, your rules. Well, that's the case then. I have to actually go back up to here. And I have to go to this one. So this way you can see up in the right-hand corner, #FreeTheGrims. Well, guess what? Well, the Reverend's already been freed. Right here, right fucking now.
No, 0.75.
Oh, 0.7. Jesus. Do I hear for that 0.5, Johnny? Your flight is canceled. There you go. Miss Dollar Sign, free Cora. She didn't need our help. She did not kidnap Barry Manilow. But now you need her help. Because she is only saying for that 0.5, that's it. She's calling and canceling your flight. There you go.
I'll just tell her, maybe back what my trip costed. Well, I've done that over there.
Sorry, guys. Late night tonight. But that's
Next
okay.
time should be less time you guys should be home packing in
That is true.
bed.
So we're showing one person over on YouTube. So everybody that you know, we are slowly working towards other things. We may be doing some, I love you, Johnny. There you go. My cousin says she loves you.
I know.
We may be doing some strictly YouTube work in the future. So remember to follow the Basement Show over on YouTube as well. But while we are here, one thing I know I haven't normally done it in a while, we will go right here with, okay, follow the Sports Corner with Mr. Knast on Facebook, on YouTube as of June 12th. The show will only air on the Sports Corner with Mr. Knast. So that's it. There is no more simulcasting between the Basement Show and the Sports Corner. It is only going to be on the Sports Corner. And I can tell you something right now. You don't want to miss the 12th because Mr. Troy Evans is going to be on with the legend, Mr. Knast. And it is going to be, it is going to be an epic show. I cannot wait to see that. They are going to do an interview. It will be absolutely amazing. So please do not miss that. Come over. Of course, we all know you show us all the love every single night, which we greatly appreciate. Every single one of us here at the Basement Show. But you know what? Let's show some love to Troy, too, because I know Troy is probably a little bit nervous, but you know what? You'll get through this, Troy. Could possibly Phil, Anthony, or your butt buddy, Alex. Are you serious? Going with the butt buddy thing.
Well, Taylor just dropped us a sub on YouTube.
Wow. Taylor just dropped us a sub on YouTube. Thank you very much. That is awesome. I had the law enforcement torch run today. That's awesome, Troy. There you go. You know what? That is something that you could probably bring up what that is about. That is awesome, Troy. Again, we all know that Troy does a lot with the Special Olympics. Bowling, softball, basketball. Is it baseball too?
I think there's softball, basketball, bowling.
Flag, touch flag. In fact, if anyone has any questions next Thursday, they can ask them while I'm getting interviewed by the star of the Basement Show, Mr. Knast. Well, there you go. Look at that. Mr. Knast will be doing the interview. Again, you know what, Troy? You will be perfectly fine. We will all be here in chat supporting you, just like you are here every night supporting all of us. And pickleball.
Wow.
I don't know where he gets time to do all this.
And being in a relationship.
Yeah, and I believe he's coming up on 6 months with his girl. Absolutely amazing. It is.
See Taylor's comment. She's saying that she just dropped this.
And we greatly appreciate that, Taylor. And as I said, we are working on things because we always know that tonight the Reverend is going to get screwed because of, playing the music. But we will gladly fight this. Why? We fight every single one of these shows for every one of you that joins us every night for 2 hours and takes the time out of their day to come and spend with us. There you go. Taylor said, she'll be there, Troy. Mr. Evans said, 6 months this month, sir. Absolutely amazing. Everybody, please give Troy a round of a hand. That is awesome. Him and his girl have been together 6 months. Please give him a hand. Put a clapping hand in chat for the man. That is absolutely amazing.
Hey, Daddy. I finished for dinner.
Johnny gives you any problem next Thursday, I will give him a wrestling move.
Yeah. Speaking of wrestling, you might actually get a special show going.
Awesome. But you know what? There you go. Taylor's clapping for Troy. Cora's clapping for Troy. And Russ, I can see my cousin running over and giving you the rock bottom.
Yeah. Clothesline from hell.
Clothesline, JBL clothesline from hell, something, just putting your ass through the concrete and then coming over and I am going to fucking piss my
She may
pants.
break her hip, but I think it'd be worth it.
Oh, I think it would be well worth it to watch Mr. Knast get fucking people's elbow right through the fucking ground. And you know what? Again, we are going to go with Jackass Rules, since somebody wanted to include me with Polar Plunge Jackass Rules the other night.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to go with Jackass Rules from Mr. Knast.
So, wait, I have a question.
We got a question. We got a question in our studio. So let's go, studio. What is our question?
We're selling you for 99 cents. We're selling you for 99 cents. What are you selling me for?
Amanda Farr. Hi there. How are you this evening? Thank you for joining us. If you need backup, Taylor will be my backup. Oh, there you go. Taylor's going to jump in too.
Handicap match.
One's going to give you the.
Handicap match.
One of you is going to get
I'll
that
join.
attitude. Oh, Jesus. You are getting fucked up. You got 3 ladies. They're going to jack
He's
you the
already
fuck up.
dealt with me. He knows.
So wait, what am I selling you for?
Uh-huh.
Should I give the nice answer or should I give the Reverend Grim answer here?
Give the Reverend Grim answer. Okay, fuck.
I can't sell you for anything because you're used goods.
I am. And I'm broken. I don't think anybody would buy me anyway.
You know what? I couldn't sell you because you know what? You're worth way too much in the world.
Needs no more head.
That
No more
is
gagging
true.
blowjobs. Raya, enough! You can come off.
Oh, so I just got a message tonight
Oh.
from Mr. Ryan Banshee of the Forgotten Podcast. And Amanda says, good view. You know what? I am better now that I am back here with the Basement Dwellers. Again, there is 9 people. We're only not even 20 minutes in. There's 7 in Facebook, 2 on YouTube. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciate it. What did I get myself into? Okay, so Mr. Ryan Banshee of the Forgotten Podcast. The other week I was on his show doing just a quick little guest appearance, which is something we will get into in a couple minutes. You're in trouble now, Johnny. I ended up putting out a little challenge to Mr. Banshee, and he actually decided to take me up on this challenge. Now, the challenge was, if he could get, I said, look, if you can get 100 comments by the end of your show, you have to deep throat a banana.
How's it for everyone listening?
So he decided, well, let's not, because we're already over 100. Let's make it 200 comments. First off, you forgot who was in your chat.
And it was in his chat studio.
Yes. So, lo and behold, there were over 200 chats in the next 5 minutes. Guess who tonight on live on their show has to deep throat a banana live? And now he's going, what did I get myself into?
Well, if he's watching, put him in the studio and he can do it on our show.
That is true. You know what? Let's let's do this real quick here. You know, we always are up for something that is really good. I have to pull this up. Excuse me. Wait, I want to see it. Well, we are actually going to see if we can get something right now. Let's see if we can get this get this thing going here, and we will.
I don't think the live it.
No, I don't. We're going to see if we can get Mr. There's no way I can't do that. I don't have no bananas. Well, the thing was, and everybody, Johnny is in trouble this weekend. Got to do wrestling thing. Wrestling, tell me a wrestler, and I'll tell you who it is. Well, there you go. You have somebody else that looks like they are a huge wrestling fan. You know what, Amanda? You would probably really get along with my cousin Cora. Cora is huge wrestling fan.
Troy is too.
And Troy, yeah, Troy. And we are. Oh,
Yeah.
I heard it. So let's get
my
this.
God, he's behind his death wish.
So, everybody, from the Forgotten Podcast, Mr. Ryan Banshee.
How's it going, guys?
How are you doing? We just talked about, because you sent me a picture of that banana. And
Oh,
today,
yeah, it's right here.
and guess what? Everybody here wants to see you deep throat this banana.
What?
Yep. My viewers here. Let's see, we have 8 people on Facebook and 1 in YouTube. They want to see you deep throat this banana.
Oh,
You signed up for it, right?
You signed up for it, and
I
you
did.
did not think that when I was sitting in your studio
Big news.
that I was going to do this. And the thing was, you never thought about it, and you fell for it hook, line, and sinker.
Oh, God. Fine. I had to take myself out of my studio for a second.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here you go. This is going to be live. Mr. Ryan Banshee from the Forgotten Podcast. Make sure you go over.
I got to do it 2 times tonight.
Wow, see that 2 times. I'm only saying you got to do it once. So,
Well, I got to do it on my show. My show hasn't started yet.
oh, there you go. See, so you're gonna have.
So everyone's getting 2 for tonight.
Oh, a twofer. Look at that.
This is a.
Well, I got some music for you, right? Ready?
No. No.
Now remember, what was your? I think Steven should do it once. That is going to be made into a meme clip. So we are going to end up running that as a meme. But just remember, what was it? Was it Amber? She was telling you, look, breathe. Remember, she said that she did a sloppy toppy on a guy
It threw up.
after
Yep, I remember
having
that.
a full stomach, and she ended up boiling chunks, but she swallowed it down and kept going. You know what? That is a trooper. I gave it up to her, as always. You know what? That is amazing. Relax your jaw and swallow. Look, the worst part is you're getting advice on how to do this.
Jesus.
Long and steady wins the race.
Sir, how are you doing? This is my first night back. Kind of surprised everybody a little bit. I heard you guys are going live in a little bit.
We'll have to go live like 2 minutes.
He might not be now, but
Yeah, you can turn around and go, they just...
Hang on. Damon's texting me. Hang on. I'm on with Grim right now. Hang on. Give me a second, guys.
Well, you got to go.
All right. So I'll catch you guys
my.
later. Oh. Do I need to show you how it's done? Nope.
Wow.
Nope.
So if I have to finish up before you guys are off, I will jump over.
All right.
Again, everybody, the Forgotten King from the Forgotten Podcast, go check them out.
Yep.
Tell them we sent you over. Show them guys some love. Greatly appreciate you stopping in.
All right. I'll catch you later, Grim.
Deuces.
Thanks for having me. Deuces.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. The Reverend never seems to. Let's see. Oh, there you go, pussy. There we go. Wait. Ryan, we want to see you deep throat the banana. Come on, get it over with and done. Hey, oh, no, that's Miss Grimm. So look, we're going to get joined by another guest.
He left already. What the fuck?
What can I say? Look, again, the Reverend does not fail to give people what they want. Everybody wants to see Ryan do the banana trick, and guess what?
I'm going to have him send me a link so I can show him how it's done.
Wow.
Because obviously, I mean...
101 with Miss Grimm.
Hi, guys. I'm not staying on long. I was hoping to get on here before Ryan left, but clearly that's not going to happen.
Next 101 with Miss Grimm.
Sex 101 with Miss Grimm.
There you go.
Featuring Irish Hell.
He's going to deep throat that banana. And there you go. There's Taylor real quick. We'll bring that up. Miss Grimm. Steven, he just did it here. He got about this much. And he was like, ugh. So you guys, you got to really egg him on tonight, Steven.
Somebody walk behind him and push his head down.
Give him the old...
I mean, I even gave him Jackass 44.
Yeah, we gave him music and everything. Oh, so last night, again, real quick here, one of the ladies from The Wives of Grimm, everybody, please, that you are here, give her a round of applause last night. Unfortunately, Irish is not here, but please give them...
I can get her here if you want both your wives.
If you want to get her here, bring her here, and I will bring you guys both on last night. I'm going to do that. Steven, you've got to try and get somebody to get video of this because we are going to make a meme out of it.
Well, if he's going to do it, if they're going to do it live on your show, we can just always...
Yeah, I can just go back and screen record it and do it that way. I've got the program on my phone, you know that.
That is true.
Not even that. You could just bring up your show on your screen.
And we can, we can actually screen share it. That is true. I didn't think about that. Yes. So everybody, again, we're going to try and get Irish in. We have Troy and Cora giving a round of applause. Thank you very much. Last night was amazing. Thank you, Taylor. You know what? The ladies did an amazing job.
Oh, real quick.
I'm going to record it for you all.
Real quick.
Thank you very much, Stephen. Greatly appreciate that. Last night was amazing. Everybody's giving you guys a round of applause. Greatly appreciate it. The ladies did a wonderful job last night.
I will pop back on, but I have to do that thing with my kids.
Yes, we decided last night that it was myself and Miss Grimm. Thank you, Cora. Last night was great. We decided throughout the day that, and again, we are going to get a little bit into the subject where we can. They weren't going to quite do a show like that last night. And I sat and I really thought. And as you know, you've seen a lot of our posts over about a week now, almost a week. And you had seen some of our situation. I got him back. Hello. You know this one? How are you? I got him a bag. You got him a bag.
Barf bag?
I got him a barf bag. So, as I said, they weren't going to do a show like that last night. But I had decided that I was going to talk to them and tell them, look, it started. It's starting, so they might be already starting their stuff.
You want to go get my laptop so you can see it?
Why don't you just pull up one on the screen?
Yeah, I can pull it up on one of the screens. I have a lot going in different screens right now. I am with you guys.
It's going to be in the beginning of your show, so...
Yeah. So, let's see here. Let's go to here. Let's go over to Banshee's page. I don't think it's on just yet.
Could be.
What are they streaming on? The Forgotten Podcast?
Yeah.
It's on quick show.
We'll pull it on that when you have a second, though.
Let's see.
Which one? You got to click on the profile now.
This one?
Yep.
There we go. So, what we're going to do is we're going to mute that and we're going to bring that back over and we're going to bring that in because, again, and There we go. They're up and running. Unfortunately, I do not have their sound going because it may go over top of our sound. But we are going to wait and see when Ryan does this so we can all laugh at him together. So,
Like I said, you can't pull on that.
I do have a request. Please keep my brother in your thoughts. Agreed. Definitely. Everybody that is in chat, please, if you could, the hands, please put one in there for my cousin Cora, for her brother. Her brother has been very sick lately. Please keep him in your thoughts, just as we all keep everybody every day in our thoughts. Please keep her brother in your thoughts and prayers, and we greatly appreciate that. And yes, Cora, we will definitely please keep us informed to let us know how things are progressing and what direction they are going. There you go. He's got the banana already. So, I mean, this may happen sooner than later. Make sure you tell him it's you. Oh, there you go. I forgot we can switch that.
You like bananas?
I don't like bananas.
I don't like bananas, which I'm surprised it's not auto-generating the text. So, as I was saying, last night we decided that I talked to the ladies and I said, look, I don't want them to do a PG show. You know what? You guys are not used to us doing a PG show. You're not used to us not saying things and doing things and speaking our minds. And this is something, when we came on to do this for fun, this is more than just fun for myself and Miss Brim. This is an outlet. This gives us a chance on our nights to come in, talk to you guys, bring in some different advocacies of things, such as being a donor and the gift of life.
All right.
We asked everybody to sign up
Come
on,
and
Monkey, do it.
become a donor. There it is.
Steven just shoved his head down on it too.
There it was, everybody. You just probably saw that live. Somebody just gave it in the back of the head, Hulk thing.
I didn't see it. You got to do it again.
No.
So, do it again.
Oh my God. That was salty. Why?
That literally looked like it didn't even go halfway down your throat. That was like
You got to do it again. You didn't do it right.
Do it again. So there you go.
See, Barbara said that was only the tip, dog.
Now, Britt's only talking about the tip.
You don't
I have to do it again.
Yeah. At least one more time. And don't let Steven jam your head. You really do
Here we
gotta,
go. We're going to do this
open
one
your
more
throat,
time.
dog.
They're trying to convince him one more time.
I hear them laughing over there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. One more time. For the views. For the viewers.
All right, so everybody watch close again.
I can't.
Right now, we have them up, and we are showing them.
Steven in chat.
Steven, tell him he has to do it again.
Oh,
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, luckily, my man doesn't shove my head.
Yeah, I don't get it. Mine. I don't like men like that. They're assholes.
Why? Get this fucking shit out of here.
There you go. That was because of one of the Reverend's little
Do it, pussy. I just
stunts.
He did it twice.
Just to
First,
No,
he got
first
that
shot.
walk Banshee into it. There you go.
Not
3
very
times
well.
she's done it tonight.
It was very
Oh,
disappointing.
you're gonna be a pro before the end of the night.
You're supposed to remain
That's
in there
true,
for-
Steven. He's got to put more in its deep throat. I agree 1,000%.
Right there.
A deep throat. You need to put that shit
It needs to be like that, sticking out of your throat.
I'm sure you know what you're talking about, Steven, because you're gay as fuck too.
Give me the bananas right there.
There you go. We're going to get a 4th time, ladies and
The
gentlemen.
white shirt.
So there you go.
Put that
4
white shit on your
times.
chin now.
Yeah. If I have to, I will.
So I have to do it one more time.
Steven's willing to do it without even being.
Steven's willing to do it. Oh, there we go. So,
Let's get one in chat if you want Steven to deep throat banana.
Listen, I didn't do no challenge for that.
Listen, his throat took enough damage from Brandon last night.
Let's go. Relax your throat. Let's
Four
go.
times the charm. Oh my God. Hold the bag. I guarantee you I'm throwing up.
Relax your jaw. Let's go. Come on.
Oh my God.
It's
Relax
time.
your jaw
You
and tuck the bolts.
have to have at least half the shaft.
Oh, Mr. Knast had one.
You at least have to have half the shaft.
Why?
Don't forget to clip the bolts.
My hair got all tangled.
Yeah, buddy.
So my hair.
My hair's like
so
crazy as fuck after
One,
this.
two,
we
you're
always
doing
bring
show.
you different
He's throwing a
ways
banana.
of
This is
show.
not my show.
Yeah,
He already deep throated Brendan.
So comical. Think about the next time you ask a woman to deep throat your nasty dick.
Oh, God.
As we said,
Think it like a woman.
as we said, we all know that the Reverend is very, very straight and truthful.
Why am I doing this?
Come on, you gotta get the Gluck 2000. dog.
And I do not apologize for anything.
Spit on it and rub it.
I'm seeing dots right now. That's how far it went down. I'm seeing fucking dots.
You know what's sad is it really did it.
He's
You're
seeing
not
dots.
Like that much down, bro.
No, there's no fucking way.
Yeah, there is a way.
Yeah, there is a
So,
fucking way.
one of the
Oh,
things we're
yeah.
going to get
Live
into,
stream.
Yeah, bro.
as I was
I'm
saying.
fucking crying.
All right.
I mean, Dark
I'm
Angel.
never fucking eating a banana again. Fuck that shit.
All right, we did
Get
that,
it
so
to
let's get
yourself.
back into ours.
Yeah, kind
All right.
Mr. Knast said, show him how to do it, Steven.
Yeah, show me how to do it, Steven.
You got a couple ones in the comments.
There you go. Now they're trying to pass the buck.
James said he should do a cucumber.
Steven,
Oh, God.
if we get 200 comments today,
Yeah, with
Steven
that
will do a
sour
cucumber.
breath, it
Let me
might be a
just send
pill,
something
but
into them.
Yeah, we get 200 comments, Steven will do a cucumber.
I didn't agree to this.
You don't have to agree to shit. You would have shaved your head bald, so you're doing something.
Oh
my God. Oh my.
All right, you know what?
I
My
don't know why I
nose is
came out
fucking
here.
running right now.
Dark Angel said I can make that 200 comments happen.
No, Ryan, you? Whoa.
Yeah.
What?
So there we
You,
go.
you're supposed to do it 4 times. You only did it 3.
Oh, sorry, Dad.
I
didn't
did
know.
it 4 times.
I did. Bye, Dad.
4
Have a
times
great
on
show, man.
our show.
Thank you, Alan.
So there we go. Let's just close this out and let's get back to our home. Home away from home. So yes, as we see that again, the Reverend is bringing you shit that just doesn't normally get seen. So there you go. We got a little bit of funny. So let's get down into some business. We're actually 40 minutes in already. And we have 9 people. And those 9 people, we got 8 in Facebook, 1 in YouTube. Again, everybody, thank you for joining us.
He's gonna think it's the wrong idea.
So everybody, thank you again for joining in. I'm sorry, I am also eating dinner on the side. Today was just a off day. Is Johnny packed already? I think he has a little bit more, but tomorrow morning he is leaving at like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning for a flight at 6. Yes, that is true, sir. You got to get your stuff ready because you got to get some rest. Granted, you'll be able to knock out on the plane for a little bit, but
Well, I have a 1.5 hour flight to Seattle.
Yeah.
After landing in Detroit.
What am I having for dinner? We are having steak and some kind of pasta noodle. But you know, the Grimms are always eating dinner on camera, so why not?
I mean, we've done cooking with you guys before.
That is true. We've done cooking with the Grimms. But as I said, last night's show was absolutely amazing. I am more than happy with what the ladies did. as I said, they were talking about doing a PG show, and I sat and I talked to them, and I said, I don't want a PG show. I want what you guys do all the time. I will deal with anything that comes down the pike.
Me too.
And Mr. Knast will too. And we have a lot of other people backing us in the corner, just as we know that all of you have all said that you are always you were always with us by our sides, and we could not appreciate that anymore from all of you. But tonight, I want to bring up something. What I want to bring up is, as everybody knows, one of the things I always finish out every show with is, don't take any shit. I've been craving steak. Yes, we got that here tonight. And it is definitely mooing, which is the way I like it.
I did good.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Before you do your serious thing,
Before I do my serious thing, what are we doing?
popping in. I'm heading home. I'll see everybody tomorrow from Oregon. I will be doing a pop-up show in the basement show from Cannon Beach. Then you might have a show on the Sports Corner with Mr. Knast, with Mr. Tyler the Breach running the show.
There you go.
Oh, can I break Tyler again?
From the man himself. Everybody, please wish Mr. Knast a safe trip. Everybody, just keep your thoughts with Mr. Knast as he travels cross country to, Cora says, have a good trip, as he travels to go be a goonie for the weekend, or for the rest of this week.
2,500 miles.
2,500 miles. So you know what? There will be quite a bit to see that Mr. Knast is going to show all.
And I'm sure I'll get phone calls from you at 5 o'clock in the morning.
There you go. The Reverend's always calling somebody at 5.
Love you.
So, bye, Johnny. Safe travels from Taylor. Have a safe trip tomorrow, Mr. Evans.
I'll be right back because you never got the Tupperware out of the car, did you?
Oh, no, that's not my job. That's not my lunch container.
He just did it again.
Did he really?
He's going to be a pro at it.
Yes, he is. So, one of the things, of all you know, that I say on the end of every show, I have 2 famous sayings. And Gary is always here to help me with the one. And I'm sure by now most of you in the past 2.5 years, if so, me being with the Basement Show, which we actually found out today. I thought the very first appearance of me and Miss Grimm together on the Basement Show was May 2nd of 2023. Yeah, we all know that was 7 days or 5 days before the fire. Yep, a 5th time and most like stuff in his throat. There you go, Stephen. That is hilarious. But my actual appearance with the Basement Show, I was still with Virgin Sanity Radio. And my first appearance was myself and Mr. Lynn Creighton, Mr. Knast, and Darth Nexus on a Turnbuckle Thursday night. And that was April 20th of 2023. So that was my very first appearance on the Basement Show. But in the past 2.5 years, I give you 2 closeouts every single night. My first one is, don't take any shit from anybody, because this is your life. You are living it. Nobody should ever dictate to you what you should think, what you should say, what you should do, what you should wear. Nothing. You are your own person. If you are not hurting anybody, there is no reason why. You got to listen to somebody else. Everybody in this country was born with that First Amendment to speak your mind. The second one I leave everybody with is, if you're going to walk through hell, hold your head up high like you fucking own the place. Because you know what? That is true. Because everybody has their own personal hell that they have to go through. Now, maybe this is all a public service announcement from your good old Reverend here, but everybody has a certain type of hell that they have to walk through one way or another throughout their life, no matter what it may be. Anxiety, depression, post-traumatic stress disorder. As last night, some of the ladies were talking about SA, which some of you may not know is sexual assault. This is everybody's own personal hell. Everybody has one. And anybody that says, oh no, I don't have any personal hells, you really haven't sat and thought about it. The everyday struggle. How am I going to pay my bills? How am I going to put food in the household? How do I keep a roof over my head? How do I get to work because my car broke down? These are all your own personal hells. They may not be extremely serious. They may be life changing. But if you turn around that one day and say, you know what, I'm just not going to do it, I give up, you're stopping. You're not going to continue that walk through hell. Look, hell can't last forever. Nothing, as I put up in many of those posts, nothing lasts forever. It doesn't. Look, I've been doing this 17 years. One day, honestly, one day I am going to retire, whether it's from the Basement Show, whether it's my own thing, whether it's Reverend Grimm Productions. One day, I feed 9 people, so that is always a struggle. And yes, Taylor, I know exactly what you're talking about, because as myself and Miss Grimm, we still don't know how to just kind of, after 2 years, just cook for ourselves. Because when we had our place, you got to think it was myself and Miss Grimm, AJ, and Hope, and my nephew, and my middle son, Brandon, and whoever else stopped over. We always cooked for an army. And here we are now going, we don't have to cook for an army anymore. Like I'm looking at the amount of food that's on my plate, and I'm like, you know what? I am going to be overly full when I am done, if I can get it all down. If not, tomorrow's breakfast. But everybody has a struggle they have to go through. So you got to keep walking. You can't stop. You can't go, you know what? Today's the day. I just can't. I'm not doing it. Guess what? You may never get started ever again. You may go, you know what? I'm just fine with it being this way. What did you accomplish? You didn't accomplish anything. As I've told you all from the get-go, day one, I am not. A lot of people say, you know what? You're a really nice person. Some people say you're a complete asshole. A little bit of both. I enjoy giving everybody the opportunity to at least get a little steam off. Spawn here. There's my oldest daughter, Stephanie. Hello, Spawn. Welcome in. Thank you for joining tonight. But one of the things that I want to touch on is not so much walking through hell. I want to touch on not taking any shit from anybody. And this lately has really hit myself and Miss Grimm, and this is why we left the Basement Show. You're a great person. Thank you, Grimm. Great person, Grimm. Thank you very much, Troy. Greatly appreciate that, sir. Thank you. We all know that I don't apologize. I don't sugarcoat anything. We've played some pretty rough games, would you rather? But you know what? It's all in good fun. The other day I was at physical therapy, and there's only 2 chairs in this entire place. And a little old lady comes in, and she's coming in to do therapy. I don't know what she's got to do. This is where I go for my back, my lower back and my upper back. And the one chair is being used by somebody doing exercises. The other chair, I'm sitting there. Well, me being the person I am supposed to get up and let this lady have this chair. That is the right thing to do. And I'm like, here, ma'am. Comes, no, I'll stand. No, ma'am, please. Come sit. And she turns around and she goes, you know what? You are a gentleman. And I said, well, sometimes, and I think some of you guys in here could definitely say, yes, the Reverend is a gentleman. Some of you have actually talked to me through Messenger and personally, and some of you might say I'm a gentleman. Others may say, yeah, you know what? You're still an asshole. I'm not going to disagree. Look, I'm not only an asshole, I'm the president of the club. But my goal is, maybe it just makes my day a little bit better if I can put a smile on somebody else's face. If they can get a chance to go, you know what? I was having a shitty day, but the Reverend helped me blow off some steam. I shared a post on my Facebook. A guy ended up jumping off a car garage here in Evansville the other day. My heart just broke for him and his family. Like, what must you feel feeling so alone? Like, it is the only way out. It just hurts my heart to know that I've been talked off the ledge before. It's just so hard nowadays. And you know what? I get that exactly. Yeah, but don't forget to mention she went down on you afterwards. Don't lie. Hey, everybody. As you can see, I'm showing right now, Alex. Alex is my therapist over where I go at Spectrum. You know what? We all know that back in December, I had the hip replacement and I was in really bad shape. Alex got me put back together, and I owe a lot to that man, because not
He's
just...
your butt buddy.
And there you go. There's Miss Grimm in the background. Not only did he help get me back together, but you know what? I've gone in there at times and just really been in my own head, and he's been there to talk to. You know what? Amazing man. Absolutely one of the best people that I can say I have met through my 52 years of this life. Alex, thank you very much. Butt buddy, there you go. Blonde wig or brown, Shannon, you choose. I love you too, Alex.
You prefer redhead.
That is true. I do like redheads, but I do have a picture of him in my back pocket. And Miss Grimm does say, please stop making my butt hurt. So there you go. There's a little bit.
He just likes rubbing your butt.
Yeah, hey, guess what? Alex got a nice butt too. Leave our bromance alone. But Jackie, how are you, ma'am?
Real
I'm
quick.
glad you could jump in. Yes, Miss Grimm.
Can you do me a favor?
I could probably do you a favor.
Let's mark.
Yes, tomorrow.
I need you to make an appointment
I need to make an appointment.
because I have very, very jagged edges.
Okay.
And I found where the jagged edges are.
Mhm.
They're exactly where my mouth cut is.
Okay. So there you go. We know that I'm going. Happy to see you guys are still here. Yes, Jackie, and that's one of the things I'm getting into. One of my big things I tell everybody, look, don't take any shit. Well, real quick, this little old lady turns around and she says, being a gentleman. And I'm like, sometimes. And she goes, no, but she had said, I saw the tattoos, which everybody knows that I am inked up all the way up and down. And this is the 21st century. People still see you different. And I don't quite understand why. But one of the things I wanted to touch on is where I turn around each and every night and I say, hey, look, don't take any shit from anybody. This is your life. This is your way of living it. And you know, over the past week, I really had to sit and think about that. Because I can't get into details. Some of you know, and some of you don't. But something was said to us. It was more said to Miss Grimm. And it ripped Miss Grimm apart. And it was because of what you read and what you say. People might think differently of you. Okay. Well, when I go out to the store, there's people at the store think differently of me. Some people find what I do as a riot. Other people, when I pull the Grimm annex, you've seen me and Mr Knast in the middle of Walmart. We start throwing, yeah, I'm inappropriate. We start throwing stuff at each other. He threw a big thing of bubble pop at me. I threw a medical folding clipboard at him. That's just us. We act like children. But what got me the most was because of what we are saying, people may look at you differently and think of you as a different type of person. Like, not a good person. And as I said, I don't want to bring up too many specific details. Anybody that does know, they know what the specific details are. I thought about this. And basically, one of the things that I have always said is censorship. there is to censor somebody on what they want to say and what they want to do. I want to thank you and Shannon about the self-care conversation you guys talk about. So let me bring that up for you, Jackie. I want to thank you and Shannon about the self-care conversation you guys talk about. So I took that into consideration. I cut off all my hair and dyed my hair. It's a big change, but I love it, and I don't care what anyone thinks. You know what, Jackie? That is absolutely amazing. Everybody, do me a favor. Please, that is still here in chat, give Jackie a round of applause. Let's cheer her on. She is stepping out of her comfort zone. You know what? And that's what this is about. Don't take any shit. You know what? Some people are going to go, hey, look, it looks absolutely amazing. Other people are like, I don't like it. Guess what? I don't fucking care what you like or what you don't like. I like it. It's all that matters. Basically, what had happened was I felt that what was being done was basically this. And if you look, and I can even put it up, Mr. Knast even brought this one up. He made a background of it. This is in all shows. You can see across the top the basement show with Mr. Knast. And then you can see myself and Miss Grimm. Hashtag Free the Grimms. It was something that Mr. Knast started, his own hashtag. Thank you, Cora. Thank you, Taylor. I know Jackie probably greatly appreciates that as well. When I sat there and I thought about this, the first thing I thought was, you know what? I didn't teach AJ and Hope to be like this. I didn't teach them. Look, they knew when they could say things and they knew when they couldn't. They knew that if we went out someplace, look, you need to be on your best behavior. No horsing around, no monkey play, no bad words. But if you're home and you're with me and you're acting like a wild Apache, that's different. You're here in the house. You're not out representing me or your mother. And that's how we raise the kids, to stand up for what they believe in, to stand up for what they believe is right. Even if it was wrong and they believed it was right, I was still willing to let them explain to me, why do you think it's right? Why do you think it should be this way? Why do you think that you should have handled it this way? You want to let your children have a little bit of a free spirit, but they need to know, as we said today, and I was talking to Alex, they need to know when to turn it on and turn it off. And I agree with that. So I felt, honestly, what was happening was you were basically putting the red tape across Miss Grimm's mouth, which means in turn, don't get me wrong, to some extent, I'm worse than the ladies. And you're putting the tape across my mouth as well. I sat and I thought and I thought and I thought, and I'm like, you know what? If I was to honestly, and the kids knew, you know what, Daddy, since they could remember, Daddy is always, they knew Daddy is Reverend Grimm. Hope would turn around and go, do you know who the fuck my father is? It's the Reverend Grimm. You know what? She used it properly. I mean, how can I really yell at the child? But since the time they can remember, I always said, don't take any shit from anybody. Look, if you need to stand up for what's right, you stand up for what's right. And as long as you are doing the right thing, I am there with you 1,000%. I felt that we were having a hand put across our mouth, that the red tape was coming across, going, you know what? You can't say this, you can't say that. You have to be something you're not. In the 2.5 years that all of you have joined me, have you ever known me not to be something I'm not? You have gotten the alter egos. You've gotten the Reaper. You've gotten the grease paints. You've got little different stunts, as we'll call them. But if you don't like what we have to say, you have to be able to be your own person You know what, Taylor? Definitely. That is going to get started right there. And we're going to show that right there up on top. You know what? You have to be able to be your own person. And that is exactly the point. How many of you know me in the past 2 years to be something that I'm not? We try and give you different shows. We try and give you different perspectives. We try so many things. And you know what? All of you guys are so very supportive here at the Basement Show to all of our cast. Not just myself, not just Mr. Knast, not just Irish, not just Miss Grimm, but Lynn Spawn, and with our other previous cast members. All of you have always been very, very supportive, and you've always been here. You guys aren't what we call fans. You guys are MVPs of every single show. Without you, none of these shows could ever be done. You guys are the ones that make it happen for us. Us, we're just here talking to you guys. Sometimes we're just rambling, but you know what? You guys are the ones that make the show. We originally said you guys are the dwellers, the basement dwellers. You know what? You're not. You are all family to all of us. Every single one of us. You are all family. We love all of you very, very much. But with the red tape, I could not be something that I am. You want me to be something that is more acceptable. Let me ask you a question. Many of you may not remember Sam Kinison or Andrew Dice Clay, but some of you may know who Cat Williams. I know you know who Eddie Murphy is, Richard Pryor. Now, Bill Cosby, that's a different story. Bill Cosby was a very, very mild comic. I have known you for a long time. If people have a problem, then they don't need to watch. And you know what? I am actually going to get to that point right there, Cora. If you buy a ticket to a comedy show, whoever it may be, you're the Mad Red King and the Mad Red King of Darkness, sir. Thank you, Troy. Greatly appreciate that. If you buy a ticket to a comedy show and you're going to see somebody like Eddie Murphy, now, as I said, some people may have seen Sam Kinison. Some people may have seen Andrew Dice Clay. I've said it all the time and time again that taking the show was a challenge because you don't know how people respond to it being live, but I'm thankful I did take this live. And there you go. That is exactly the truth, Mr. Knast said. So you want me to be something that I'm not. Well, unfortunately, I can't do that. And as I gave it more and more thought, and I came to a conclusion, the kids always knew that Daddy and Mommy never took any shit from anybody. We didn't. I saw Eddie Murphy in concert. And exactly, you saw Eddie Murphy. And tell me, Cora, how many times did Eddie Murphy say things that was, oh my God, talking about homosexuality, talking about this, talking about that, talking about this, that, and everything else. Same thing as Andrew Dice Clay. He came out and he did the whole nursery rhyme bits. And people are like, oh my God, this is a children's thing. Okay, but guess what? If you don't like what somebody has to say right there, Cora said it. If people have a problem, then they don't need to watch. Look, there's a button right up in this corner of your computer. It's an X. If you don't like what I have to say, click the X. You don't have to like what anybody says. But if you are sitting there, if you buy a ticket to a comic, and this comic gets straight and filthy, dirty, and nasty, maybe you don't like it, but you have two choices. You can either sit and go, I just don't like it, but that is his deal. Or you can get up and you can walk out. And the more I thought about this, I believe that AJ and Hope would honestly, with the way that we went with this and we stopped and we said, okay, we're just going to do this, I believe AJ and Hope would have been very, very upset. And And I believe that they would have been disappointed. Because you know what, Dad, you told us for years, don't take any shit from anybody. Why are you doing it? And I decided, you know what, we're going to come back, and we're going to come back with a vengeance, and we're going to bring hell with us. Maybe people aren't going to like what I say. Maybe I go someplace. Look, Britt, prime example, Britt. She used to be here on the Basement Show. When I very first met Britt, I was saying something, and she turned around and went, "Who? You're inappropriate." And I turned around and went, "Yeah, okay, so what? That's your opinion." Now, Britt calls me Dad. You know, she loves me to death. She loved the kids. She still loves the kids. Britt has said before, when the time comes for her to walk down the aisle, that she'd like me to walk her down the aisle. But I'm the one that was inappropriate when we first met. You know how many times myself and Miss Grimm actually start when we're in the middle of like a store? We'll be going up. How many times have you gone to the grocery store and right here at the grocery checkout counter, they've got batteries. They've got D's and C's and AAA's and the whole 9 yards, hearing aid batteries, everything. I see these batteries, I see these D batteries. What do? I turn around and I make sure that the cashier is kind of looking. And Miss Grimm goes, look, his job is to make you laugh and probably pee your pants. And I turn around and go, so if you haven't used the bathroom yet, you may want to go now before we start this. And I turn around to Miss Grimm and go, look, there's D batteries. Don't you need them for Bob? Ladies, do you know what, ladies and gentlemen, you know what Bob is? Battery operated boyfriend. Yes, it is a vibrator. And what does she do? She turns around and goes, no, mine's electric. And I go, oh, that's why the lights were flickering the other night and I smelled electricity. And the cashier's like, oh my God. And I just continue with shit. And guess what? They laugh. And some of them turn around and go, you know what? I was having a really bad day. That made my day. Maybe my day is not great, but you know what? I gave somebody, like Taylor was saying, this gentleman that jumped off the garage because he was alone. Because nobody took the time to sit and say, hey, how can I make your day a little bit better? We do this every night, Friday night, which I might be switching times to make things a little bit easier for everybody. I probably will not be switching my days. This week it's a little different. Mr. Knast has a lot planned. We're going to give that to him. But again, how many times have we said, look, we're here. If you guys need to talk, you contact us through Messenger. You call us. Look, maybe it takes us a couple minutes to get to the phone. But you're calling me at 3 o'clock in the morning. What's the matter? What's wrong? I need you to talk me off the ledge. All right. What's going on? We're here. You guys have all said you're there anytime we need to talk. Just as we're here. Anytime you guys need to talk, we're here. But anything that any one of us says, we're not pushing our beliefs onto you guys. Look, you guys are here because you want the entertainment. All right, look, you're here joining me because you know what? You like, maybe some of you are keeping count. How many times in one night can the Reverend say fuck? I can vouch for that. Every time I call or text, the Rev, he for sure answers or calls back ASAP. Thank you, Jackie. I will put that up right there. It is true. I try and get back as soon as I possibly can. The other day when Jackie called me, she happened to catch me and I was asleep. And I looked, as soon as I got up, I'm like, okay, Jackie called me. Let me call her back. She didn't answer. Let me try her again. And I think I called her like 3 or 4 times. Okay, is she okay? Is everything all right? It's what you do for family. You all know by actual rights, I am actually a true 100% reverend. But think about here. On the show, we don't push religion. We don't push politics. We don't push anything on anybody. A couple of times you guys get the Reverend Grimm challenge. Like, what challenges have we done? Okay, let's see. Nothing that is going to hurt anybody or land you in jail. Okay, go to the store, get the bag of googly eyes, and put googly eyes on the bananas, put it on the cereal boxes, put it on the diapers, put it on whatever you want. Send us the picture. Send us the best picture you think you got. And guess what? We do a little bit of a contest. Are we hurting anybody? No. And I'll guarantee you the person that's behind you is probably pissing their fucking pants. You can't not be who you are. For over 20 years, I've been the Reverend. I've been Reverend Grimm. I've been Reverend Grimm for longer than myself and Miss Grimm have been together. I probably have about 25 years of the Reverend, 17 years of doing podcasts and shows with different places, making special appearances. As I said, my goal is not here to offend people. I'm sure there are some people that jump in for the very first time and go, oh my God, this fucking guy is absolutely fucking nuts. Okay, maybe I am. But the way I turn around is only the sane people are out walking the streets. All the fucking normal people are locked up in the fucking loony bin. You can't be something you're not. And if you're going to be something that you're not, then you're living a lie. And if you're living a lie, people are going to know it. Somebody could jump in and go, hey, guess what? I don't like what you are saying. Okay, thank you. You're not nuts. Thank you, Troy. But no, the Reverend is definitely been dropped on his egg one too many times. But you know what? If you guys, on Friday nights when we do this, if you guys have blown off some steam after a long, grueling fucking week of work and this and that and everything else, you know what? Maybe it kind of lightens up your day a little bit. Oh my God, it's Friday night. He's on. He's going to come out. He's in TGIFF. And yes, thank Grimm, it is fucking Friday. How many times is he going to say fuck? How many times is he going to turn around and Miss Grimm's going to threaten to sell him and then have gypsy rules apply? It's all in good fun. If it's not fun, then what is the purpose of doing it? What is the purpose of being here? What is the purpose of anybody taking their time to go, hey, let's go see what they're talking about? For example, right now, we've got 7 people in the Basement Show in Facebook and 1 person in YouTube. We can come here in any show and get something off our chest, ask questions, interact with others, even learn some stuff. I love it. Thank you, Jackie. And that is one thing. Basically be ourselves. That is right. It's the same principle. Look at it this way. Right now, we have, now you guys see us on Facebook, and I know that you see your Facebook chat, and if you're if you're on YouTube, you see a YouTube chat, and there you go. Troy's already getting ready because he knows what's coming. If somebody makes a comment in here that were to offend somebody, say somebody said something and it offended Jackie, any one of us can go back and we can delete that comment. It's gone. And we can ban that person. They're gone. Because there are things, again, that are appropriate, not appropriate. Look, if people want to come in here and they want to turn around and type the word fuck in chat, go for it. Don't deny yourself the F word. Everybody turns around. No, don't deny yourself. It just builds you up and just stresses you out more. Let it the fuck out. So maybe somebody don't like it. All right. Well, I'm sorry you don't like it. Or we have the Reverend Grimm style. Sucks to be fucking you. Again, if you don't like what we're saying, don't fucking watch. There are plenty other things that you can watch out there. But since Troy did it, he jumped the gun. So we're an hour and 16 minutes and 50 seconds. So everybody, we are going to ask the normal thing, as we all know that the Reverend always asks for. You know what time it is? He asks for that roll call. Let's see who's here still. So let me see that you're here. Guess what, everybody?
The mall closes at 9. It's 12 o'clock.
You stopped off for ice cream.
When the fuck did we get ice cream?
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. You know what to put in chat. Well, Troy's already put it in there trying to jump that gun. There you go. Cora's next up with the ice cream pie. Let's see how many more cream pies or ice cream pies we can get in chat as we go. There you go, Jackie with ice cream. So we've got 3 right now. 3 of our 8 people. Let's see. Are we 8? 7 people. We have 7 people sitting on Facebook. So we've got 3 of our 7 people. So you know what? Some people are a little nervous about saying it. Some people are just watching. But guess what? I'll give you guys this one. All of you. There you go. You got your next splat of the night. Mr. Knast is here listening. Now, the funny thing earlier, some people might have found it offensive, but last week I was on the Forgotten podcast as a special appearance because they were talking about censorship. And Ryan, Mr. Banshee from the Forgotten podcast, forgot who he was dealing with. There you go, Miss Grimm. Miss Grimm's asking for ice cream. Yeah, no, it's more like this. You got that this morning, you don't need another one. You know what, guys? This is where it's going to happen then. There you go. There's a couple for Miss Grimm. She wants to be a smart ass. As some of you may have seen, as I said last week, I was on with Mr. Banshee and Brit over on the Forgotten podcast. They were talking about during their After Dark show, I believe it was, some censorship. They brought me over as a guest, and we did some discussion and made a couple new friends over there. Absolutely awesome. I'd like to thank them for the ad back. But Mr. Banshee wasn't thinking about what I was setting up for him. Because if any of you saw it earlier, as we said, I set it up that if he got 100 comments throughout his entire broadcast that night, he would have to deep throat a banana. Well, he decided, not thinking, that he said, if we get 200 comments. So at that point, the Basement Show went into action and we made sure that he got those 200 comments. Guess what Mr. Banshee had to do tonight? Now, he came over and did it on the Reverend Grimm show, but not only once has he done it tonight, he's done that 5 times. And each time I think he's actually turned around and... Are people offended by it? No, a couple of the ladies were actually trying to give him some pointers on how to actually deep throat something. I find it hilarious. Look, if you were to sit and poll somebody right now, if you were to take X amount of people and you were to poll them and say, look, mix this up, let's get an even number. Let's say we've got 10 women and 10 men. Wait, he's up to 5 now. From what I understand, yes, he's done it like 5 times. So we definitely have to go through and make a meme of that, sir. Say we got 10 people. 10 men and 10 ladies. Stop. I missed that. I need to see that. Oh my God, LOL. Yes, if you actually go back through, Jackie, you will see it here. And it is also over on the Forgotten. Once they are done broadcasting, you can go through their videos just as well. My gosh, man, mine as well go for 6 and make it a dot. A double hot trick. You know what? He's starting to beat out the lot lizard there, Mr. Knast. He's starting to beat Dixie out in that field. So we've got 10 ladies and we've got 10 gentlemen. Okay. If you were to ask these 20 people, how many of you read dark romance, smut books, whatever you want to call these different novels? How many of you do it? Now, I don't think you're going to get all 10 or all 20. What I think you're going to get was the banana soft or frozen. It still had the peel on it, Jackie. But I think you're going to get a few people on each side of the field who read these books. If you were now to take this and ask the next question, reading smut now, there you go. How many of you actually watch porn? Now, to me, the smut books or the dark fantasy or dark romance, to me, that is like a porn movie, but only in word form. You don't have the motion picture, you don't have the video, you don't have the sounds, but your mind creates that image. It is an escape from reality. Look, you cannot live in reality every single day. I will tell you right now, I am reading what is considered a dark romance, and I did not even know that. I saw, there you go, my cousin watches porn. You know what? Let's go into that first. If you actually take this poll now between those 20 people, again, I don't think you're going to get all 20 people to say that they do it. But I think you're going to get some people out of there. Same principle as if you ask the question, how many people have ever gone to the newsstand and picked up a Playboy magazine and looked through it? Now, some people are going to turn, I only do it for, especially guys, I only get it for the articles. Okay, you're full of fucking shit. You're getting it for the articles, but you cannot tell me in the process you did not stop and look through the centerfolds. If you tell me that you are only reading the articles, I am definitely, you know what, we have something for that. Guess what? So here you go. This is how we're going to do it. Let me find it. You know, we've got a ton of shit and it's all over the place now. We got to really go through. I mean, there's the old boinger. You know, some of these guys really watching porn and looking at these books, they're getting
Happiness?
Happy penis.
No, happiness.
Happy penis.
If you tell me that you are just picking up a Playboy or a Hustler just for the articles and not looking at the centerfolds, the Reverend has one thing to say to you. And does everybody know what that is? It is
Bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
bullshit. Well, I don't think there's anything wrong with watching porn. I don't think there's anything wrong with reading porn. I don't think there's anything wrong with fantasizing. And look, if you're going to turn around and say that, oh, well, you're just a bad person because 9 bags of trash on my curb, can't say I didn't clean the house top to bottom. That is true, sir. You can't say, oh, I have Playboy, Playgirl, with Shawn Michaels in China. They were in them. Not sure if still in here, Taylor. Good evening, young lady. No, Matt, I'm not sure if she's here or not, but Matt, thank you for coming in. And you know what, Cora? I had a couple of those too. I had the China one. I had a couple of the wrestlers. And I had a couple of the wrestlers' videos as well. You know what? They're going to be collector's items. If you actually think about this, now this is really fucking scary, that some of these Playboys that came out years ago with some of these big stars are fucking worth thousands of dollars now. But you can't tell me that somebody didn't open them and look. What do they say? Curiosity killed the cat. Guess what? Everybody's curious. So, as we talked about last night on the live show, look, you've got your vanilla sex. You've got your more, spicy things up. Guess what? Does that make you a bad person because you want something a little bit more fucking spicy? When you're together 30, 40 years and you're still having a sexual relationship with your partner, maybe after 30 or 40 years, you're tired of going, you know what? I'm tired of doing this. Nice to meet you, sir. As you said, thank you for stopping by. Greatly appreciate that you're here hanging out with us tonight. Get to know some of the people here in our chat. But does it make you a bad person? Because, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to think about this person or that person. Okay, so I'm not going to put anybody exactly on blast. But let's take little things. And if you want, all of you here in chat right now, let's say this is your opportunity to put out the fantasy. Let's say your fantasy crush. So you are talking your one hall pass. This is your opportunity to have the hall pass of anybody, A to Z, that you would want. That one special time, that one freaky time, however you want to look at it. This is your opportunity. If you want to put it in chat, you are more than welcome to put it in chat. Nobody's going to think any different of you. There's Miss Grimm right there, Hayden. And I believe that is from her book series, The Lords. So there you go. That is your one opportunity for your hall pass, no matter what. And everybody has one. Everybody has that celebrity crush. Now, that hall pass could consist of the whole active things, or just sitting there and getting to spend the time with them. Dinner, talking, movie, whatever. Doesn't even have to be a physical thing. But it is still a fantasy. I love you with all my heart, but damn, that man has given you some fun nights. There's Miss Grimm's take on it. Doesn't mean she's a bad person. That means that she's human. Just as all of us are. We're all human beings. There you go, Cora. I was actually going to say it, but I did not want to put that out there. I wanted you to be the one to say it. Cora's is Mr. Barry Manilow. In the words of D, smut what? There you go. Like I said, Cora's Mr. Barry Manilow. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. Is that a possibility? Yeah, she could possibly meet the man. Maybe, gets a picture, gets an autograph, the whole 9 yards, and we joke around. That's it. My cousin kidnapped Barry Manilow, you know, $ for Cash App, free Cora. Guess what? It's all in good fun. But there's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't make you a bad person for, hey, guess what? This is what I think. Me, I don't know. I could tell you, unfortunately, there's a couple. Like, for the people who like wrestling, Alexa Bliss. There's something about Alexa Bliss. And the thing is, I have never gone out or dated a blonde. I have his autograph. You got to have fun. Exactly. And guess what? The whole thing is, the second you stop having fun and you become too fucking serious, that's where the problem lies. Because the problem is, too many people in this world take too much shit serious and literal. Look, lighten the fuck up. Oh, today I have to go and do that. Look, get the dick out of your fucking ass, take the corn cob out, and have a little laugh. Blow off some steam. If you don't, you're going to die fucking early age, because you know what? You're going to drive yourself into a grave because you're too fucking serious. Or like Shawn Michaels. There's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, me, Alexa Bliss. There's a couple different movie stars. You know. And then you can sit and you can have fantasies. And you can play this fantasy out in your head any way you want. Guess what? Again, this is your deal. Are the chances of it happening? No. If you give it 100% chance of happening, maybe you're going to get about a 25 to 30% chance of it happening. Could it happen? Yeah, it could. Is it likely to happen? Yeah, probably not. There's nothing wrong with it, because you know what? When you are doing a fantasy or you're daydreaming, you know what? You're keeping your mind active. You're keeping your spirit young. You know what? I remember the days, and you could sit there and go, you know, maybe I'm up there now, but I'll tell you what, if I was 20 years younger, your ass would be handed to you. Nothing wrong with that. Do some people think it's wrong? Yeah, but you know what? Why don't you try and get in their mind? Let's see what's on their fucking mind. What are they counting dollars? Guess what? No matter how much money you have, you're not taking it with you. Money cannot buy you happiness. Oh yes, you can buy anything with unlimited funds. You can buy anything you want. You can buy your truck. You can buy a house. You could buy a movie theater. You could go on trips. Okay, yeah, I'm happy going on a trip. But does it actually bring you happiness? Are you truly happy if you have tons of money? Or are you truly happy that you can sit and think in your own mind, what would be nice? Sitting back, some people think, me, I hate the fucking beach. I said the other day, like somebody turns around and goes, oh, it's expensive to eat down at the beach. And I turn around and went, yeah, it is expensive because you have to undress everything that you're going to eat down there. And this guy fucking started dying laughing. Look, we all know why the Reverend goes to the beach, right? And I'm sure now that Taylor's here, Taylor's going to be the first one to put in chat why the Reverend goes to the beach. I'm just waiting for her to put that one up. Look, there's nothing wrong. That is called being a human. Having your fantasies. Half-naked women. There you go. There's Miss Grimm. Half-naked women. That's right. And there's Mr. Knast. TNA. Exactly. Tits and ass. I don't like the beach. Look, I'd rather go sit down in the tattoo parlor and look at a new piece of ink. I don't like the sand. Sand gets the fucking things. Look, You wear shorts, sand gets in your ass crack, and then you're half the day, walking around on the boardwalk trying to get the fucking sand out of your ass. I really have never had it, but think about it. I mean, ladies, you don't have to bring that out, but I'm sure, swimming around at times, you've had sand getting in a couple of areas, and I'm sure that is not the best feeling on the face of the earth. And for guys, if the sand comes up, I think the last thing you want is a few grains of sand down your fucking urethra, because, going to the doctor and going, doctor, it really burns. He's going, well, what the fuck were you doing? Sandy crotches suck. You know what? I would agree with that. And like I said, I go to the beach, and guess what? It's jeans, a pair of boots, maybe a sleeveless shirt, and the good old Reverend's hat backwards. Don't go swimming. First off, if I wanted to go swimming in the ocean, I am going to stay home, save myself money, sit in the bathroom, I'll sit in the tub, and I'll stick my hand in the toilet, and I'll splash around in the toilet. Because to me, that's nothing more than what the ocean is. A big, gigantic fucking toilet. Gary, sir, hello. If you want me to go down and walk the boardwalk, fine, I'll go look at the boardwalks. I'll go to a couple shops, different stuff like that. But I don't want to go on the fucking beach. I don't know how people can go and just sit. They get onto the beach at like 9 o'clock in the morning, and they don't come off until like 5, 6 o'clock at night after being on the beach all fucking day. And I'm like, ugh. By that point, I'd be walking in, I'm going to be like a fucking lobster. I don't know if you can see it right here, but Bowser's head, how red that shit is. Yeah, guess what? Or the basement show with Mr. Knast. That's what the Reverend's going to look like, because I'm going to be fucking cooked. It's just not my thing. Never has been. I don't mind go hang out at a pool someplace. But no, I don't want to go swimming in the ocean. As I said, the Reverend still hasn't eaten his dinner, so we know the Reverend's not getting any ice cream tonight. The whole thing I come back to is, oh, there's pudding. There you go. Hi, Gary. I hate the beach. I'd rather walk the boards. I would look like a lobster. Yeah, because Cora, like Nate, you are fair skinned. Don't get me wrong. My arms get a little dark. My face gets a little dark. Maybe my neck area, but my legs, no, my legs are pale as shit. And like my father, Cora's first cousin, I am her second cousin. Now my father could be out in the sun, and the back of his neck actually looked like a piece of leather on how much it had been sunned over the years. Look, you got to be yourself. First off, we tell everybody, look, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, be there for each other. Look, if you can't be yourself and who you really are, you can't even be there for yourself. How are you supposed to help anybody else if you can't be who you really are? Look, do I wear shirts that are offensive? Look, I have a shirt that we made in Holin's Customs. It turned around and said the Dickhead of the Year award. I wear it out. I'll wear it to therapy or anything else, and people will be like, "Oh my God, I fucking love that shirt. Where did you get it?" I made it. Miss Grimm wants to make me a shirt that says husband against book boyfriends, and then put president on the back of the shirt. We'll start a little club. Miss Grimm got me a couple images. Some people will be like, "Oh my God, that's a girl's ass up in the air." Yeah, that's right. Ass up, heads down. Matt says Carrie Underwood is my dream wife. There you go, right there. There's nothing wrong with that. Carrie is a very beautiful woman. She's smart, intelligent. Don't get me wrong, her bankroll is nice. But besides that, you know what? She's just an amazing person. Shirts that I brought from them that are not very nice, but I don't care. Exactly. Think about my one shirt, the actual Reverend Grimm shirt, right here in the corner. It's a little Grim little Grim Reaper riding a tricycle saying, I'm on my way to fuck up your day. Reverend Grimm. And on the back, it's got the glow in the dark that says, of course I'm going to hell. I'm just stopping to pick you up first. You know, years ago, you couldn't have marijuana because it was illegal. Now, you can go to the fucking mall and there's stores in the mall where you can buy the flower. Does that make you a bad person because you maybe partake in a joint or gummies? Does it make you a bad person if you don't go to church every Sunday? Does that make you a heathen? Look, I can tell you honestly, as a reverend, I have my beliefs. But one of the things is I do not believe that I have to go sit in a building to have my beliefs. Some people feel the same way. Some people go, no, that's where I gotta go. You know what? There is nothing wrong with that. That's what makes you, you. And again, if you cannot be you, and you have to be something that you're not, sooner or later, people are going to find out and call bullshit on you. Let's look at this a certain way. Let's say that I decided I have not been to church for a long time. Yes, real quick, Miss Grimm.
Did you show everybody our new pet? Did you tell anybody about our new pet?
No, I have not told anybody about our new pet. If you want to jump in, you can go ahead and tell them about our new pet.
I have to go see if I can get a picture of him.
Go see if you can get a picture of
I
him.
can find him.
He's in there somewhere.
Oh, I know he did. Johnny's like, are you sure he didn't get out? Are you sure that? I was like, he's not out, trust me. We would know. We would hear him.
Cora, I honestly cannot remember the last time I went to a church. Does that make me a heathen? No. I talked to the man upstairs many, many times throughout the week. I still ask questions. Questions that can't be answered. But could you imagine if I came on a Friday night and we did away with the music that I have? Because the thing I will tell you is the song that we played tonight is also my opening intro for every show. We played it in its entirety tonight, and we played it with the lyrics. If you go back and you actually watch it, that probably relates to me more than I can actually say in the past 2 years. I would say that is very much, very, very close to a relation of how I've looked at things over the past 2 years. It all lines up. But could you imagine me your good old Reverend Grimm, coming on a Friday night. Just going with happy Friday, everybody. How are you? Not saying a single curse word. No TGIFF, thank Grimm, it's fucking Friday. No cream pie, no this, no that, no nothing. I just did a straight, normal, regular show. No curse words, no profanity, no sudden surprises, no nothing. What would you guys think? Would it be the same? Why?
I can't eat them in any rush. Because if it's normal spot,
Are you sure he's not like upside down on one of the logs?
I can't see the big one. But I'm going to get ready to feed him. If he eats, then I know we're fine.
He's in there. He couldn't have gotten out. Did you open his tank this morning? Well, then he ain't out. Is it still locked? Well, then he ain't out. Troy said right there, it would not be the same. No, it wouldn't. Right. I think the first thing, a couple people in chat would be going, are you okay, Graham? What's the matter? What's wrong? No, nothing. We just decided we're going to change things up. We're not going to do the normal Reverend Grimm anymore. We're just going to do, hey, how are you doing? It's a great Friday today. You would all go, something is not right. Something is the matter. It would not be the same. No, it wouldn't. I mean, we all know that the Reverend is notorious for pulling shit up.
Anybody want some worms?
Anybody want some worms? So you know what?
Come on, move.
Let's go with one of my normal things that we would normally go with.
You want to try it? Whatever you want.
I need to find. Here it is. We'll rewatch that again.
All right, what in the sweet South End suppositories going on here? I don't know who came up with this technique, but I'm pretty sure this isn't Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory approved. No golden ticket for you. God, Gene Wilder would be rolling over in his good-tempered, mild-mannered, purple-colored Wonka jacket if he could see you right now. I'll tell you this much, you better keep that snozberry away from your dingleberries, otherwise Violet won't be the only thing that turns violet around here. That thing's made out of pure sugar. One good pop and that base is going to snap off and turn that thing into the Wonka Vader shooting straight through your stomach, and it's not going to know where to stop. He's never pushed that button before. One minute you're fine, the next you feel like you stole some fizzy lifting drinks and you're floating through time and space. God, where's Slugworth when you need him? I swear, if I get called to your house at 3 a.m. because you watched a YouTube video on how to make these things and now your tum-tum hurts and you have the sweet shadoodles, not going to be happy. Don't tell me you fell on it either. What are you out here at 3 o'clock in the morning with your Easy Bake Gov making candy on the floor? I don't believe you, neither way your insurance company. Zero chance, champ. That thing had to be up on the counter. The only way you fell on that thing is if you ran across your Cotton Candy Randy-inspired kitchen and yeeted yourself onto it. Now it's up to me to tell the charge nurse who's overstimulated and under-caffeinated why you look like you got ants in your pants and you keep saying that your fudge maker's jammed. Ain't nobody got time for that. Look, please don't make that sugary sweet rose base disappear without a trace, and please just don't make me like this.
Day 30 at the Pastry Academy. Today is all about working with pooled sugar. They start the day by making these.
So there you go. Again, I'm still here playing Fortnite. It's only my second time on here. I hope to make new friends on here. Matt, you know what? Everybody here, you know what? You can send people a friend request. You know, everybody on. What, babe? We don't bite? Much. You know, everybody on here is, everybody is friendly. You know what? This is a family here. This isn't just us turning around going, oh yeah, you know what? We're just doing this because we're looking for the fame. And guess what? Not looking for the fame. I already made my name years ago. I made my name a bar name years ago. I'm working on making it a household name. You know what? Now I want to do my production company. That's where I want to be next. But you know what? Again, like I said, you guys make. There you go. There's Gary. Gary's been with us. Troy has been with us for a while. We know that you guys are the MVPs of these shows. Look, here we are. We're an hour and 51 minutes in, and we have 8 people on Facebook, and we've got 2 people in YouTube. You know what? That is awesome. There you go. There's my cousin Cora right there. Hello, Matt. Welcome. Everybody here is family. We are all here for each other. You know what? We come in, we all have fun. Sometimes we do some games. Sometimes we get really fucking silly. Sometimes we just get downright twisted. And other times we have shit show. I mean, we're an hour and 52 minutes. The man, the myth, the legend still here, just running around. There you go. That's right. Everybody, please. For Mr. Knast, everybody, please put in chat. Give him a round of applause. He is the man. He is the one that created the Basement Show and brought it to you. Yes, he is a legend. He is absolutely amazing. He is family to myself, to all of us. And without him, he would have never created the Basement Show, and therefore you would have never had the Reverend at the Basement Show. So yes, Mr. Knast is a legend. You know, it is absolutely amazing. Facebook just shut us and the show was removed. Are you serious? Hold on, I just got up. Johnny, you were the man. Troy and Cora both giving a round of applause. He is the gods of the Basement Show. What happened? So Banshee just sent me a private message through Shannon's thing. Facebook just shut us down and the show was removed. So yeah, they took tonight's Forgotten podcast and they removed it off of Facebook. And again, this is why we said we want to do away with Facebook, because Facebook is absolutely bullshit. He's got it up on YouTube still. I just told him, fight that shit. It's bullshit. Again, that is Facebook trying to censor them for something. Guess what? No harm, no foul. Did he turn around and tell everybody, okay, everybody's got a deep throated banana? Finally done cleaning, now can pack. Yeah, it's now that it's 10 o'clock at night, sir. Again, all of you here, every single night, we know that we say Mr. Knast is a legend. Mr. Knast turns around all the time and says the Reverend's a legend. I know he appreciates it. I appreciate it. I know Miss Grimm appreciates when you guys, you know, cheer them on and you know, call them a legend. The MVPs and the legends are each and every one of you every single night. You guys are the legends that make these shows legendary. Without you, there would be no show. What you having for dinner? I had chicken and potato salad. We had steak and noodle tonight, but of course the Reverend is running behind on eating his dinner. I'm far from a legend. I'm still new to this. Still baby, taking my baby steps. You know what, Mr. Nasto? In the time that you've been doing this, you have gone from baby steps to leaps and bounds, sir. And yes, that does make you a legend. So, we're an hour and 56 minutes. So here's what we're going to do. Real quick, we're going to run this banner one more time. Again, follow the Sports Corner with Mr. Knast on Facebook and YouTube. As of June 12th, the show will only air on the Sports Corner with the Mr. Knast page. So it's not going to be simulcast. And on the 12th, Mr. Troy Evans is going to be on with Mr. Knast for an interview about the Special Olympics. And as he has said to all of us, you are more than welcome to ask questions. I know it is going to be an amazing show. And I ask all of you to please go and not just show Mr. Knast's support, be there and support our family member Troy, because Troy is always here for all of us. Check, we got a couple comments. Next Thursday, don't forget everyone, I will be getting interviewed by the one, the only Mr. Knast. There you go, that is next Thursday. And Troy says he will be there. Gary's asking for ice cream. You know what, Gary, I don't think you got yours tonight. So, you know what, we will do this one more time before we continue things. Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time again tonight for one final roll call. Let's do
The mall
this.
closes at 9. It's 12 o'clock. You stopped off for ice cream.
When the fuck did we get ice cream?
And you know we always add a little bit of extra onto that ice cream. So here it comes. Oh boy. And there it is. All right. Giggity, giggity, giggity. Ladies and gentlemen, we are just shy of 2 hours. We're going to run. Johnny gives you a problem. Taylor, I have your back. Here's what we're going to do real quick for the 11 people that are here. 9 people on Facebook. 2 on YouTube. You know what? You guys talked me into it. I'll give you a couple more. There you go. The closeout video isn't updated. All right, well, what we are going to do is we are still going to run the closeout video, even though it is not updated. And we will go from there. So let's not go anywhere, everybody. Please stay. We will be back very, very shortly. 2 minutes and 28 seconds. So we are going to run this closeout video. You know why? Because that's who we are. So everybody, please stay with us. We'll be right back and we'll finish our closeout. Don't go anywhere, guys. All right, here we are. We still have 8 people, 7 in Facebook, 1 on YouTube. I want to thank you all. The last banner we are going to run as the Reverend is getting. Give me 1 second, I need to take care of this. All right, can you come get my plate, please? Can you come get my plate? So here we go. I don't want to put up all the other little things Mr. Knast has up because I'm not sure exactly if those are the right times or not, but I will get through this the best that I can. So, but right now you can see going across the bottom of the screen, hashtag justice for AJ and Hope, hashtag AJ and Hope gave hope, Marl Strong, hashtag Marl Strong, hashtag free the Grims. If you see any of these hashtags, please share them. Hashtag justice for AJ and Hope. Look, share their story, continue their name, let people know. Don't let their names go and just dwindle away. All of us miss them and love them and will never forget them. They're all very, very close to all of us. AJ and Hope gave hope. This is where we talk about being an organ donor. Look, it only takes a couple minutes to go over to the Gift of Life. Sign up right there online. You know what? If you have questions, contact myself. Contact Miss Grimm. I am an organ donor. Miss Grimm, Mr. Knast, Cora Taylor said that she was an organ donor. You know, thank you, and everyone. Glad you guys are back. Don't take any shit. Safe travels, Mr. Knast. There you go. Thank you very much. Hashtag Marl Strong. Look, Morgan, who used to be on the show with us, she started this right after the fire. That was in the support of us, and we greatly appreciate the support from each and every one that we get. Like, the support from you guys is just overwhelming. You know, you guys are definitely the outlet for us to come on here and rant and rave and talk. And each of you have always, you're always there for us. And each and every one of us of the Basement Show. And you're there for each other. And we cannot thank you enough for that. The final one is hashtag free the Grims. Well, as you can see, Miss Grimm is back. And I guess we could say the Reverend is back now. And, yeah, I thought tonight was a very amazing fucking show. Thank you very much, Troy. I greatly appreciate that. Truly do. Again, you guys are what make this show every single night. Without you guys, don't get me wrong, but there would be no Reverend. You guys are what make me who I am. And if you guys keep coming back, I will keep coming back as long as I can. And I will continue to give the best content that I can, just as everybody else here on the Basement Show will. Yes, great show tonight. Thank you, Cora. Greatly appreciate that. You know, again, this weekend, tomorrow, Mr. Knast will be doing something. Remember, the time frame, and Troy says, hashtag free the Grims. Thank you, Troy. Tomorrow, Mr. Knast will be doing something. Remember, keep an eye for posts because the time period is different. So out there, I believe it's like a 3-hour time period. I'm glad you guys are back. Thank you, Cora. Greatly appreciate that. So when it's 5 o'clock out there, I believe it's 8. So you definitely have to keep some eye on some things, okay? And I don't know if he's doing exactly pop-ups or what tomorrow night, but you may get yourself some Sports Corner. So make sure that you go over. And yes, 3-hour difference tomorrow. I don't know if tomorrow is going to be simulcasted between the Basement Show and Fate and the Sports Channel. I don't know if he's just going to do the Sports Channel stuff on there. You got to keep an eye out for the posts, everybody. And again, if you have not gone over and followed the page, go and follow the Sports Corner with Mr. Knast. And make sure you go over there, show him Mr. Grimm. Thank you very much, Troy. Greatly appreciate that, sir. I missed all of you. Every one of you. I've missed you all. I know that Friday, Mr. Knast has a bunch of stuff going on. And this is why I took tonight instead of Friday night. Mr. Knast has stuff all day for you Friday. And then he's got something huge on Saturday. Make sure you guys are looking for the pop-up show. Give him the support while he's out there. Know that he's missed. Just be there with him. He is going to be far away from us, and we wish him safe travels. And of course, we wish him to come back safely and go out there safely and to, have an adventure of a lifetime for him. Sir, we may not be with you personally, but we are all with you in spirit. I know we're all with you on this journey. So, we are looking forward to what you can show all of us. Again, everybody, I'm going to put one thing up final, and I will put up one final comment for the night. And that is for our 8 people. We've got 7 on the Basement Show on Facebook and 1 on YouTube. Everybody, thank you very much for Facebook and YouTube. Remember, go over, find the Basement Show with Mr. Knast on YouTube. You got it on YouTube, you got it on Facebook, you've got it on, I think that's TikTok there. The Basement Show with Mr. Knast. So tonight, let's see. There'll be a lot this weekend, so stay tuned. There you go. That is from the man himself. Stay tuned. There's going to be a ton of stuff. Telling Mr. Knast I might have softball next Thursday, so it might be 9 or 9:30. Troy, that is perfectly fine. Just, stay in contact with Mr. Knast, and you will get through this perfectly. So tonight, let's try and cap up everybody that we had here in chat. So we had Troy, we had Mr. Knast, we had my cousin Cora. Let's see, we had Gary, Taylor. I'm just kind of scrolling real quick here. Cora, Gary. I know we had Mr. Matt here, Matt Free. I'm trying not to miss people. I never do. I know we had Jackie. I know we had Miss Grimm here. We had Mr. Banshee. Still scrolling. There's Jackie. Like I said, I don't like missing people, and sometimes I do, and I really hate that because I don't want you to say, Alex, my therapist, my physical therapist for my back. Again, love you, pal. You know what? I love you too, sir. Thank you for everything that you have done. I would not be where I am on my recovery without you. And Taylor goes, that's Mr. Grimm's butt buddy. Let's see here. We had Spawn, Stephanie, Stephen Banshee, like I said, Edmar, we had him. Said, I'm still scrolling up. Please forgive me. I got a new comment down here. Don't forget Mr. Banana. Yes, we had pop-in from Mr. Brian Banshee. I believe, was it Amber? I don't want to get her name wrong. I'm sorry. I want to get up here where I saw her comment because I know she was here. Yep, Amanda. Sorry, Amanda Farr. Thank you again, everybody, for coming out and hanging out for the 2 hours and 10 minutes. Tonight, as usual, I will put one more final thing in as we get ready to close out. Everybody, stay safe, stay healthy, take care of each other. If you need us, we're here. We thank you all again for coming in. First, remember, what did we talk about? Don't take any shit. You know what? Life's too fucking short. Too many people are fucking serious. Live your life. You're not hurting anybody. Fuck what anybody else has to say. Be yourself. Cora, you too as well. Have a good night. And what else do we say? If you're walking through hell, hold your head up high. Keep fucking walking because you fucking own that place. Don't stop. Get to the other side. You know what? Everybody's got their own person to hell. Guess what? You can do it. Don't give up on yourself. Because the second you give up on yourself, you're never going to get through. As always, don't take any shit, everybody. Exactly. From Gary himself, as Gary is there to help me tonight, as he usually does. Don't take any shit. Thank you very much, sir, Gary. And just because Gary is here, we will give Gary his one. Because Gary also helps me in other ways. Because it is.
What the fuck?
What the fuck? Thank you, Gary. Stay safe and stay hydrated outside. If you're outside tomorrow, yes, it is going to be another hot day. Don't get caught out there not drinking water. And again, I have one thing that I want to add, and if anybody wants to comment as we are closing out, feel free to comment because we can still see your comments up until and thereafter the live. So everybody, stay safe, stay healthy until we see each other again on the next adventure. Deuces from the Reverend, from Mr. Knast, Miss Grimm, Irish, and myself. Thank you very much. We will see you again soon. Stay safe.
I may have made some mistakes that cost me